Hi guys, today I'm going to go over different kinds of chews. Not every hamster likes wood, so I'll give you an example. This one is Jorgen's. That one is Eloise. So you see the difference. She really chewed this up. Him, not so much. I put a little peanut in here, and as you see, he just got the peanut. He didn't bother chewing anything else to get to it. I even put a little bit of peanut butter on them, and he's just not interested in it. Now that doesn't mean that they won't always be interested in it. They might. I just usually leave things in the cage, and sometimes they will go for it after a while. So if you want to keep something in there, that's fine. They might change their mind. Now I'm going to go over some edible chews. We have the edible logs. I got this at Stop and Shop. Now be careful. Always look at the expiration date, because when I went in there, they had one for sale and it expired in 2015, so be careful. I made sure to get a good one here. So one of my past hamsters had one of these and he didn't touch it for months, and then all of a sudden he ate the whole thing. So like I said, they might not be interested at first, but then they may be interested in a while. I also did a video earlier a while back on ways to get hamsters to chew. So like I put treats in some of them, peanut butter on some of them. That usually works most of the time if you want to go back and check that one out. But so here's the edible log. Here's one version of an edible chew. We also have the Ecotrition Cheesy Chews. They love these. I haven't met a hamster yet that didn't like these. Again, always check for the expiration date. Make sure it's fresh. Then you have these corn husks. I think it's good for their teeth. You don't want them to have a whole bunch at once. Usually if you leave it in the cage overnight, they'll take a whole bunch of these and put them, all in their little nest. They'll take the whole thing off. So you got to be careful with that. But there's another option. And another big hit is the Whimsy Chews. Now these are extra small size. I've never seen that before. I think it's something new. So these are just adorable. I got a whole bag of these. Just big enough, right, for your hamster. And some of them are kind of big. So I think that's the perfect size. And again, I never met a hamster that didn't like to eat these. So these are a big hit if you can't get your hamster to chew wood. I would offer these in the cage. Then you have your wood chews. I got some here. These are just regular blocks, nothing fancy. And I have these cute little pencils over here. I bought these a while ago. I should try them. And like I said, if they don't usually like wood, you can put a little bit of, just a small bit of peanut butter on them. It might get them to chew it. Another thing we have are, these are made from wicker. And I got some of these things from Drs. Foster and Smith. So these are wicker. I put a couple of these in the cage and they did chew them a little bit. So here's another option that you can try. When you first get your hamster, you don't know what they're going to like, so I would suggest putting a bunch of different things in the cage and see what they go for. So here's another option. Then you have the willow. Now I think this is a good idea to put sunflower seeds in here, and that will get them to chew. So I think this is really good for a picky chewer. You put the seeds in there, and most likely they're gonna go for them. So that is a good option too, as well. Here are some sisal chews. These are also good. Jorgen actually likes these. He's something else. I had a little carrot. I should show you. It's in his cage. It's like barely anything left. And it was all wrapped in sisal. And so he destroyed it very quickly. So I went and got him a nice big carrot with all sisal. He hasn't touched it once. These hamsters, I don't know, they drive you crazy. So here's another option. And like I said, he does like these. So that is another option you can use. Then they have these chew tubes. They're pretty, they're pretty sturdy. It's not like your typical toilet paper roll. It's very sturdy. It's not soft. It's something they could chew on, which would be good for them. Sometimes they come with those little nesting inside. Make sure you take that out because that is unsafe. You don't want to use any of that cotton nest stuff. I know like 25 years ago we all used that stuff back then, and luckily my hamsters never got hurt with it, but you do not want to risk it. That stuff is not safe. It can cause blockages. It can get stuck on their limbs, cause them to, chew their limb off or cut the circulation. Those are really, really bad. Just don't risk it. And lastly, I have this woven apple, and Eloise has one and it's totally destroyed. I usually stick, little treats in here, usually little sunflower seeds, and she'll just devour the whole thing. It'll be all ripped up in her cage. So here's something else for them, another option, and it keeps them busy. Most importantly, you need to keep them busy. You need stuff in their cage. You need to switch things up every week or so. Just make sure you keep them busy, and this is one thing that you can do, and just put all treats in there, and then they'll just, they'll make sure to get every nook and cranny of that. So that's it. I just wanted to talk to you about some of the chews, and thanks for watching.